Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am here to do some stamping for Christmas. It's time again. I know I did a few journals in July, Christmas in July, and now it's time to concentrate on making some Christmas journals. So I thought it would be kind of fun to just do some stamping on different types of paper. That I could use in tags or as tabs or various things in journals. And you'll see how I use them as we go. I can hear Miss Midge coming down because Arthur has come downstairs as well to the studio. He may jump up on the table, and if he does, he'll say hello. And Midgie is, if Arthur's around, Midgie's not far behind. Those two are hysterical together. Gosh, I said I'd show some photos at some time, and I don't have my phone handy. Apologies for that, but I will try not to forget to do that. So I have these little tickety bits, and these were absolutely inspired by Rachel at Roxy Creations. Some time ago, she was using these quite a bit. I think she was using the ones that came apart. Hi, Rachel. How are you, sweetheart? She was using the ones that came apart, like you punched out, they were perforated, so you could make like little frames from them. So I thought these might be kind of fun to also use, and then they could go on a tag or whatever. And then I have some paper. This is paper from Paper Cameo from Nicola. And then I have some book page and whatnot. So I thought, you know, let's just get stamping and see what we end up with. And Arthur is down at the base of the tripod, so wish me luck. All right, let's see what would fit on here. Would Santa? It's a little bit big, isn't he? Do I have, oh, there they are, in case I need them, my little bases. I think I got, this is a new set because I can't find my old set. They're somewhere. And it's entirely possible that they've been borrowed by my granddaughters. It happens, and it's, if they're crafting, I'm happy. So those are from Recollections, which you can get from Michael's. Pardon me. So, ooh, that looks like it would fit, and that's a little sled. I find they don't always stick as well as you might like. And then this is some StazOn ink. I've had it for years, and it still has, I tested it, and it seemed to still have a bit of life. So let's see. I apologize if I have shadows. It's okay, darling. Miss Midgie. Yeah, I apologize if I have shadows. It's a really rainy day here, and Midge and I haven't gone for our walk yet. Oh gosh, that's lovely. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Very happy with that. And so that StazOn Claret, or Claret. There you go. I love that. So I'm gonna do a couple of those because, come on, you know we're gonna use them in different journals. So this one's going to be, it's got a little bit more filigree on it. I have to say, I'm very impressed with how they look on these. I will be doing a bunch of those, that's for sure. Let's see, do we want, let's do a few on some of this paper. These are Christmas pages from the Paper Cameo, like I said, and I will put a link to Nicola's shop below since I'm using her papers here, and we'll just do a few random, and then I can cut them out how we might like. Isn't that, that's lovely. We've got a little friend up here now. Whether or not he comes over, I think chances are he will, but there you go. So I'm just going to do, I want to do another one of these. Loving this color. Better cover it because of you-know-who. And there we go. Love that. So I'll take that off for now and I'll set it aside because I'll wipe it down. Maybe some of these lovely holiday greetings would be good too. This is wonderful holiday season. Have a wonderful holiday season. Let's use this midnight blue and see how it works. I haven't even used this stamp before. Probably should come in a little bit more. What do you think? Okay. Now I'll have to try and make sure I stay on screen. All right. So here we are. Going to set that there. Oh, that's great. These are Tim Holtz stamps. Doesn't that look nice? Really happy with that. I'll do another one of those. Yeah, I'll do a bunch of journals for the rest of the month and into October. So another really nice spot. Let's see how they look on here. I like this blue as well, I have to say. And I think it's called Midnight Blue, but I'll just double check the cover in a second here because, like I said, somebody's on his way. Arthur, gosh, that worked out really well. I have to say, Arthur, leave the plant alone. Go on. You know, it's funny. We had our grandson William this weekend, and his parents had a wedding that they had to travel for, and he is just two in a month. And oh my gosh, just the best, I have to say. We had a super, super time. We were tired. We were definitely tired by the end. But anyway, Arthur, when he was starting to chew on, oh, actually, that turned out pretty nicely too. He was starting to chew on cords, electrical cords. So when he does that, you know, I have to yell at him, and I have to. It's not that I want to. I need my boy to be okay. So anyway, he was doing that, and so I would go, Arthur, no. Actually, it was more like, Arthur, no, like quite, you know, for me, quite stern. And so later in the afternoon, Arthur was doing something, and right out of the blue, Will says, Arthur, no, like this. Oh my gosh, we laughed so hard. Like, oh, such a mimic. It really makes you realize how much they pick up. So it was just a hoot. And he also would say Midge no as well. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, so pretty. So, so pretty. Lovely on that pink background. Yeah, I was going to check that for you. Yeah, it's called Midnight Blue. Okay, we'll do another one of these. This is going to be too big for those little bits over here, but that's fine. And I'm not worried about things being super straight on this piece of paper because I will be either tearing or cutting them out or fussy cutting them in some way. So that's those, and like I said, those are Tim Holtz stamps. Oh, this is another very pretty paper from Nicola. And go back to some more of this. This might look really nice with the backing as a tag. We could, you know, cut the edges off. So I'll try not to mess it up. How's that for giving myself an extra assignment? I think that's going to look great as a tag. So I'll set that off to the side. And let me do a couple on these papers, just so that we have, because, you know, I'm going to be making a number of journals, and it'll be nice to have some of these bits. Yes, he kept us going, but I have to say, we were so thrilled Tired, but thrilled. Oh, the color is so rich on this paper. So this is very, very old paper. So, oops. He didn't come up. He went over and sat on the sofa. So, I'm going to set this up here. And it rained. We had the hurricane here on the weekend. It wasn't nearly as bad as they were saying for us. I mean, other people, it wasn't terrific, but for us, it wasn't as bad as they were saying it was going to be, or as that they thought that it might be. So I'm just going to set that off to the side as well. To use this one, I love the numbers, and I've got this beautiful deer or stag, so that would be good to use on here. And I think we'll just use the blue and see. Hello, Arthur. What's up, buddy? You gonna come and say hello while I'm stamping? Because, you know, that's when a cat needs to be on a workspace. Just saw this and I thought, I'm gonna put this on here. And this could make it a little tag as well. Some more Nicholas paper. Isn't that pretty? I just love how subtle that is. And actually, as I was doing this, I saw 3 deer just go by the window here. What do you think, Arthur? Can you see his little paws come in frame here? And you're going to see his noggin in a minute. What are you doing? What are you doing, Goofy? What do you think of all this stamping? Oh, that was my fault, but isn't that beautiful? I love that. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try the Distress Green, see how it goes. It's Rustic Wilderness, I think it's called. Right over the blue. I didn't even wipe it off, so that's going to give us probably a deeper green. And I'm okay with that. I'm going to turn that upside down because Arthur. See what we get here. I want to put it up here. What do you think, buddy? Oh gosh, look how gorgeous that color is. Holy, really beautiful. I don't think I'd be able to get another one there. But I can put him over here because I'm loving the green. Pardon me, goodness guys, I have a bit of a cold because, of course, we had the grandkids, Will here, and then everyone was here for Caesar Sunday. I'm going to set him down here on that paper. Beautiful. That's a gorgeous green. I love that one. Okay, we'll take the stag and move him aside. What else do we have? Ooh, this would be gorgeous in green. This ivy. So we're going to set this aside. Definitely put something in there, but I'm not going to push my luck right now. Let's see. How are we for time? We're good. Say these come apart really nicely. So I'm going to use the green on here. So when I clean these off, I just use an old soapy cloth and wipe them off, and then I use one that's got no soap on to just wipe them off a little bit more. I'm sorry, guys. And that does it. Like, I had used this one before, but it wasn't super easy to tell. So I'll just press that down. Probably don't need to use as much force, but I don't have a soft, bit underneath. Isn't that lovely? Really lovely. Gosh, now I finally found a way to use these little bits. So happy about that. I'm just going to do a bunch more of those. Trying to think if there were any other Will stories. I mean, he would wake up in the morning and you could hear him singing. And we set up our den with him, for him, and he would wake up. You could hear him in there singing, and we had instructions. Let him sing, or if he's happy, he can stay in until 7:30. We were just kind of like, the first day we were like, go, let's go get him up. The second day we were like, let him sleep. Oh my gosh. Anyway, he would wake up and he would be like, Mima, Pops, and he would just come running out once you got him out of his bed, and he would just come running out, just as happy as can be. Let's try this distress crackling campfire, and I am going to do it right over the top, like I did the last one. Anyway, he'd come running out, and he is a snacky boy. He likes to have his snacks. And he has to have a snack first thing. So he'd get up and he'd run to the pantry door, and he would go, Dis, more, Dis. Midgie? Okay. She hears something. Maybe a delivery or something. Oh gosh, that's a lovely red too. Is that pretty? I love that red. So, anyway. And it could be, I don't think it's a delivery truck, if I'm honest. Oh, I think I know what it is. I think it's the washing machine ending its cycle, because it tends to have quite a, when you're downstairs here, you're like, what is that rumbling? The machine's not shaking, it's just really into this whole thing. So anyway, listen to me just kind of rambling on. You're back, are you? You're back. So we've got a couple more of those. Those are awesome. Okay, let's see. What else do I have? Let me look at this side. I've got a bird. Peace and joy. That's lovely. Season's greetings. Okay, I've got to do that, and I've got to do this. And they just seem like they would be perfect for some more of these. So we're going to, yeah, that is the washing machine. I do apologize. I know everyone, you all say you don't need to apologize for your pets. But it is alarming when you're not expecting it. I know I find it alarming, and I live with Midgie. So, mister, do you want to say hello? Since you're sitting right here, show everyone how big you're getting. Show your pretty face. Arthur, he loves to lay on his back. Well, when he wants to. Okay. All right. I'm pushing my luck. Don't be pushing your luck, Mom. Okay, so we're just going to... I hadn't lined these up because they have a nice grid on them. I should have thought to do that last time, eh? All right, so let's do a few of these Merry Christmases. I'm going back to the StazOn Claret because I just think it's a lovely, lovely color. So we're going to do that. And maybe I'll just do a few of these, and then maybe we'll make a couple of tags very quickly as I stamp myself. And just lovely. It's an earthy, it's a burgundy shade of red. And so I think it just works out well, especially if you're doing a vintage style journal. I think it works out really well. Arthur, what are you chewing on? I need to make sure I cover these. Not just to keep them from Arthur, but from myself, because apparently I want to put my fingers in them. You know, like my thumb here. Also really, really nice. So we've got that, and we also wanted to do this season greetings. So that could be one. Yeah. Okay, shall we do the green again? No, I want to do the midnight blue. So what is this set called? I'll tell you in just a second. Let me just stamp this guy, and then I can tell you what it is. Isn't that great? I love that. Okay. This is called Stampers Anonymous Festive Overlay. That's the SKU there, and that's the number. So I really love this particular set. They're great. I used them last year for my journals as well. I don't seem to stamp that often, and I don't know why. I think it's just I forget to get them out. So I'm just trying to line that up with the bottom a little bit. Beautiful. I really like that. And we'll do 2 more of these. We're at, I think, just around 20 minutes, so I have 30 minutes on my device here, so that I can use. Yeah, hearing the washing machine finish up. It was towel day. It's a bit low, but it still looks nice. Do you do that too? Do you have, you know, at least once a week, and I'll use, you know, I want to do wash the spent towels, but sometimes it's twice a week, depending on how much is in the basket. And another one. Terrific. Okay. That's it for stamping for now. I will be doing some more stamping after I finish up with the video, because I'm loving it. It is very, very relaxing, I have to say. Okay, so I have a few bases. These are from Paper Cameo as well, from Nicola, and I think they're from her. I think it's called the Heart. Gosh, it's a kit with stags, Christmas kit with stags, and so for me, I think they're really pretty to use. These colors will look terrific with this, with those. So this is the sort of thing I would do. I would just pick out what it is I might want to put on. I'm just going to tear around it. I hope you can see. I always put my thumb to try and guide it, this thumb on the bit. I don't want it to go past. So that's some lovely paper. And it doesn't have to be perfect, you know that. So we could put something like that. Isn't that lovely? I mean, just, you know, we don't have to go, you don't have to do anything kind of super, what am I trying to say, complicated. You know, we don't need to complicate things. This is nice too. It's a little bit wide for this tag, but it doesn't mean we can't use it. I think I'd probably use it on a bigger tag, so I'm going to set that one aside. But these that are long and narrow, those work out well. Let me see. I think I like the green one a little bit better with this color, so we'll set that there. And sir, are you going to sit on my stuff forever? Can I, Arthur, can I get some of this out from under you? All right, let's see. You're going to walk across. Fair enough. Fair enough. I want to get something that's blue. Okay, these, so I want it to make into a tag. So why don't we use the stag? Arthur! Arthur, no! Where's Will? Arthur, no! I can't quite do it the way he was. It was very funny. And he did it at Caesar Sunday. Well, we kind of prompted him to do it. But we said, well, I said, you know, can you say no to Arthur? And he went, Arthur, no! His parents thought it was hysterical. So I'm just going to try and tear around this. You could absolutely cut around it. That would certainly do yourself a favor. But I don't know, I like the idea of just tearing around. Remember, this is the one I kind of goofed a little. Well, we can just kind of tear around that, and it's perfect now. There's no goof. There is no goof. just beautiful. Okay, so we have those three. And what do I want to do with extra? Is there anything I have here that I might want to use? I'm looking at what I had for washies handy. So you don't have to use strictly Christmas colors, you know, for washi and whatnot. You really don't. I'm going to put this blue washi on. You know what? Let's handle them one at a time. So I'm going to put this one down, put it up here, and we'll put that down, and then we'll just very quickly, I only have a few minutes, so. And there's my washing machine singing a happy song for me. So I'm just going to set this here. I'm going to try and center it a little bit. And then I think what I want to do is just put a little bit of washi along one side. So I think what I want to do is just to have a bit of washi down here. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. This would be a great time to have your glue stick out. So I'm just going to sit here, and that's Arthur getting busy back there. So for me, I think that's pretty much done. I'll probably put a hole in there and then some cord, but it's quite simple, but it's still very effective. This beautiful wreath, I'm going to put that down. And like I said, you could add more color to the background if you wanted. It's totally up to you. I'm going to put that there, like that. And I thought I had a bit of string or something. Ah, here it is. So what if we were to just, I'm just going to hold that there and just go around a couple of times. There, or 3 times. A couple or 3 times. And this is just a very fine jute. Hemp is also a great string to use for this sort of thing as well. I'm going to put my finger on it. Like that. I can stretch those out a little bit. I think they look nice that way. And then we could put, I have some little Tim Holtz snowflakes. We're getting fancy now. And I have very little time left, so I'm just going to finish this one. And yeah, this is going to be very pretty. Very, very pretty. Just tie it a couple of times. You could put a bow in it. I'm not going to. And just cut your ends. And look at that one. Just super pretty. Ready for inserting in your journal. Isn't that pretty? So yeah, very simple. Do I have time? Oh, let's do it quickly. And if the video stops suddenly at 30 minutes, then my apologies already. And my very sincere thank you for watching. So, do this here, like that. And what else? I've got a little bit of, oh, let's see. Just gonna grab and see if I have any fabric or something that I might want to put. No, that's not going to do it for me. I don't want to be fussing at this stage. What I could do is something like this. I could have this as a bit of a, I'm going to get crazy here. Very quickly put this down. Instead of as a focal point, it could be like almost how I would treat a, this is how I might treat a tab. And so I'm just going to fold it over so that we have a little extra sitting on the outside, like that. So now it's a bit of a tab there. Pull that corner up a bit. And I want to cut that corner at an angle, just like that. And that's another tag. I probably would add a little bit more to it, but that's it for time. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for stamping with myself and Arthur, who is now sitting on my lap. And I look forward to doing some Christmas stuff with you. Okay, guys, thanks again. Take care. Bye.